I just grabbed the deck and I pulled it all the way back. As you can see how flat this deck is. You really only need it in this position to say if you were screening like a mortar sand. We get some guys that are screening lead recovery on rifle and gun ranges, and they need to be able to get it, let it sit out there and vibrate and sort through so that the fines drop away and it just leaves the lead behind for them to recycle. But at the end of the day, running it at this slope, because you need to remember you still have your deck suspension from there, so this thing will go virtually flat when it's all the way back. You don't hardly ever run it in this position. I'll take it all the way up now, and that way you can see my arm a little bit boogered up here today. There it is in its forwardmost position. We've got about a 45, you can get a 50-degree slope if you want to get it set up that way. That's for doing stuff when it's really, really wet. If you've got a flat deck and it's wet material, if it sits on that deck too long, it's going to blind over. These here, you can screen when virtually nobody else is screening, simply because you can pour it in, the stuff is rolling across the other side and getting off. Yep, you'll get some cross transfer, but my theory in that is, who cares? You're still screening. Pour the material over there, get your product so you can get to work. Take that material and set it to the side. If you want to rerun it when you're done and pull that last little bit of material out, that's great. But this 3/4 by 4, it makes, like I say, stuff about the size to tip your thumb. And when you look at it actually screening and how fine that product is and how wet it will do as far as moisture in the material, it's really amazing. So again, it's really simplicity. You got to have that slope and gravity to get that stuff to move across when it's really, really wet. Then you have that ability to, you can pull it back to there, you can pull it back here, pull it back to there, pull it all the way, anywhere you want it to suit the kind of material that you're screening. You have that ability with this machine. That's extremely important. It's all the way up, you just want to make sure that you have equal clearance on your leaf springs on each side. If you've got one side, because these are a floating system, if you got this side all the way tight and you got space over here, you're not going to get even balance on your suspension. So when you're all said and done, just make sure you got even spacing on those two. That's the perfect setting for it.